What's going on, guys? I'm D Thomas from NC, back with another video, and today we're gonna take a closer look at the HQ Megacade. Now there is a lot to cover in this video and I don't want to waste any more time, so without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, so you want that ultimate arcade experience? You can head over to ExtremeHomeArcades.com and check these guys out. Now, they're not sponsoring this video and I'm not affiliated with them in any shape, form, or fashion. I'm just a satisfied customer who's sharing his experience that I had. Now, when you go to their website, there are 7 different types of arcades you can choose from. You got the classic, the stealth, the Megacade, which is what we have, the pedestal, game box, tabletop, and the cocktail. Now, what I'm gonna show you guys now is what you can expect whenever you order one of these. So let's go ahead and hop into the delivery process.
They are here with my Megacade. I wanted to document this joint.
So as you can see, our Megacade is finally here after a 6-month wait. We actually got this earlier than we expected. We placed our order back in July of 2019 and received it by the end of December 2019. But you see, it is out of the trailer, getting lowered, and will soon be in our garage. And it is well packaged with warning labels on all sides. You see how this 18-wheeler took up a good portion of our cul-de-sac, right? Anyways, once we got it inside of the garage, we immediately began to take the plastic off, which allowed us access to the wooden frame that was built around the Megacade for protection during transport from the manufacturer to our house. Now, you don't have to worry about your Megacade being damaged during shipping because this thing was secured like Fort Knox. Here is the back of the machine after we remove the first layer of plastic. Here's the side, and here's the front. And you can see that a layer of moving blankets is on there for protection. After that, we begin to remove the screws from the wooden frame. You're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver to take out the screws, or you can use an electric drill to remove them a little bit faster. Overall, it took us about an hour or so to remove all of the screws from around the wood that was on the Megacade. Now, keep this in mind. You're going to have to remove all of this whenever it is delivered to you, so you will be able to inspect your machine before the delivery guy leaves. You want to ensure that your machine wasn't damaged in any type of way during the shipping process. So once all of the plastic and the blankets are removed, make sure you do a thorough check to ensure that you don't have any damage. God forbid if there is damage, you do not have to accept it. But those guys at Extreme Home Arcades, they have this thing super secured. And as you can see right here, I'm inspecting our Megacade to make sure that everything was good to go. Once I was finished doing that, I signed the papers, and the delivery guy, he left. He was very helpful, by the way. Next, it was time to remove the joystick panel because unless you have really wide doors, it's going to be impossible to get that Megacade through a standard size door. And as you can see in the background, our garage door is a standard size door that's about 28.5 inches wide. I'm sure most of you guys watching this video have standard size doors, but no need to worry because this Megacade will fit through standard size doors. Trust me, my wife and I didn't have an issue at all getting this through the garage door. We laid down some moving blankets and slid the Megacade on its side from the garage door to our stairwell. Now, we did, however, have to have a couple of friends come over and help us get it upstairs because between the two of us, it just wasn't happening. And it's pretty difficult moving that bulky 265-pound machine with just 2 people. But rest assured, this Megacade does fit through standard size doors with ease and upstairs. After that, I disconnected my light guns, and I also disconnected the volume knob underneath the joystick panel and a couple of wires that are inside the joystick panel that you'll get access to through the back panels of the Megacade. After that, I had my wife hold the joystick panel in place while I took the screws out. Once all of the screws were removed, we put the joystick panel to the side, and then we moved our Megacade with no problem. Here is the joystick panel and what it looks like detached from the Megacade. And also, here are the back panels of the Megacade. You have a top panel and a bottom panel. Just turn the key, remove the top panel, but apply the same thing to the bottom panel. And that's it. Okay, now that I have those back panels off, let's go ahead and take a look what's on the inside. Now, if you may be wondering, yes, it does have wheels on the bottom, has 4 wheels, and they do swivel around, and it does have like a little stop mechanism to keep it from sliding. But I am on carpet, so I don't have to worry about that. Even if you were on a flat wood surface, you wouldn't have to worry about that either, but it is easy to move this thing around with it having those wheels that swivel. This is 265 pounds of wood, and like I said, it's easy to move around. All right, so let's have a look on the inside. Right up here on the left, you had a set of speakers. Moving on to the right, another set of speakers. Right here in the middle, you got this hole cut out, but this is going to the light bar that's mounted to the front for your Light Gun Games. Okay, up top right here, that is going to be how you power the machine on, that single button, and it runs all the way down here. But let me show you on the top of the machine real quick. So we have all of our pop figures up there, but that button right there is what you're going to use to power on. If it'll focus, I guess the focus ain't working with me today. But yeah, that button right there is going to power on the machine. And to show you the top of the arcade unit, there it is. All right, let's go back on the inside. And right here, we have the TV that's mounted. This is a 50-inch TV, and the brand is Hitachi. And it is well mounted in there. You don't have to worry about this thing coming out at all. Moving over here on the right hand side, it has 3 slots for HDMI as well as USB. And if you want to throw an ARC cable up in there of some sort, you can do that as well. You see that blue HDMI is plugged up and it goes all the way down over there. But let's go down another level and see what's on the inside. So right here, you have a subwoofer. Now this subwoofer has a logo on the bottom, CA, so I think that's Cyber Acoustics. They sound really good because when this thing is turned up, oh my gosh, it is really loud. So you got that mounted in there. You don't have to worry about that moving because, man, this stuff is constructed in here very well. Okay, right next to that, let's see, right here you have a 8 terabyte data drive. Okay, and right above that, you have a 1 terabyte boot drive. All right, zoom out a little bit more. Right over here, you see you got some fans and some other stuff. This right here is the whole heart and brains of this machine to make it all work. I don't know the correct terms of all of this, what I'm showing you guys, but I'm pretty sure there are some tech savvy guys out there that know exactly what they are looking at. And let's see if I can zoom in and see what this is. It says Smart Series or something. Can't really tell, yeah. So yeah, there's everything here to make this thing run. And also, you have a power strip that has the subwoofer speaker system as well as the TV that's plugged up in here. Lastly, this right here is the power supply. So just a regular old power supply. Plug that up in there, right to the wall, and that's it. And when it's time to put the back panels back on, they are easy to do. All you're going to do is place them in the slot, close it, turn the key to lock it, and that's it. All right, so here is the front of our HQ Megacade. We purchased this from ExtremeHomeArcades.com. The link to where you can purchase yours will be linked down below in the description. Now, whenever you are ordering one of these, you can go with your very own custom design, or you can go with a design that they already have on their website. But when you're getting something as monumental as this, you got to go all out and do your own custom design. If you can't tell already, we are fans of Overwatch, so we decided to go with an Overwatch theme. As you can see right here, my wife initials and mine's HQ Megacade in the Overwatch font right there. And on top, we have it decked out with some pop figures. It's pretty cool. All right, so on the left and the right here, you got a set of speakers. In the middle, you got that light bar. Right up under that, you got that big 50-inch screen. And right here on the control panel, look at that artwork. You see Genji right there doing his ultimate, and we love those colors. So yeah, whenever you are designing one of these, you can do anything you want to do. If you want to put a picture of your mom, your dad, your kids, your dog, cartoon figures, whatever you want, they can do, and they do some really good quality work. I mean, look how good this Genji looks. All right. So this right here is a 4-player joystick panel. You got player 1 right there. Right next to that, you got player 2. Then jumping back over to the left, you got player 3. And then over here to the right in green, yellow, you got player 4. Now, player 1 and 2, they have 8 buttons, and the layout for that is buttons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's the default settings for player 1 and 2. And obviously players 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you can change those if you would like. I leave mine the way they are because it works. But let's go ahead and go down, because I'll explain more about the button layout and everything like that later on. Oh, before I forget, got the trackball right here, and then you have another joystick right here. Now, I want to let you guys know, players 1 through 4, these analogs right here, these joysticks, I said analogs. These joysticks right here are 8-way, okay? Whereas this one right here, it's only a 4-way joystick. And it's for playing classic games like Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Frogger. You want to have that 4-way joystick. And this also acts as a mouse and keyboard. So this would be your mouse. This trackball would be your mouse. And you flick that right there to the right, and this will act as your left click. This will be your right click. Not quite sure what the middle click is. Like, I only have the machine for a couple of weeks, so it's a whole lot that I'm still learning. This is the manual that comes whenever you place your order for your machine. This is the manual. This thing has 96 pages of everything you need to know about this machine. 96 pages. So yeah, so you won't be, you will not be out of luck when learning your machine, because everything you need to know is in here. All right. So let me just sit this back to the side. 96 pages of you to study and learn your machine. It's a very good operational manual. It's very helpful. And if you do have any problems that you can't understand something in the manual, you always can text the owner of the company, David Lewis, and he will respond to you in a very timely manner. He has helped me out many a times with a lot of things. So let's move on right along. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, whenever you purchase your machine from these guys, you will also get an Extreme Home Arcade pin. It has their logo on it, as well as the phone number. Another thing, guys, this 50-inch screen is covered by a glass mount. If you listen right here, that's all glass, okay? Another thing that it comes with is the remote. Now, the TV comes on automatically when you power on the machine with the button on top, but if you want to change the brightness or anything like that, you can do it with this handy dandy remote. And speaking of remotes, it also comes with 2 wireless Xbox 360 controllers. Now, you may be wondering, why does it come with 2 controllers? Because a lot of consoles that are emulated on here do not utilize the joysticks right here. You have to use these wireless controllers. So consoles like N64, PS1, GameCube, PSP, Dreamcast, and a lot of these newer PC games require these analog controllers. Down here we have the kick plate with more Overwatch characters, okay? Also right here you have a control knob for your volume. On the left right here, you have your base where you control back and forth. You have an auxiliary port so you can plug your phone, iPod Touch, or anything like that up in there and play the music through the speakers. Also, you have a port right here for your headphones, and you have a button over there right here where you can just hit that and power it off. Now, I know you see the light guns underneath. Have a light gun on the left and the right, and it is plugged up right here. Let me see if I can get it. The lighting is not working with me right now, but you can see it's just a regular USB plug on the left and the right down there. Now, I told you guys that we went with an Overwatch theme, so let me show you the left side of this arcade. So the artwork that we have on the left hand side we went with basically just maps from Overwatch that are all like meshed together. It's really nice, it's really clean, and it looks really, really good. All right, so that's what the left side looks like. All right. And if you are familiar with Overwatch, pretty sure that you know what some of these maps are. All right. Route 66, Hollywood. All right. Let me just go in really close to see if I can. It's very detailed, very clean. Like, these guys do some really good work. I'm so happy that we got this thing because it is nothing short of amazing. All right, one other thing I want to show you guys. Let me move this tourbillon out of the way, as well as this Sombra. I want to show you guys. So I didn't put the nails back in. You can see that hole right there. And then there's another nail hole right there. I didn't put the nails back in because I want to show you guys that you can lift this control panel up like so. And you see all of these wires that are neatly placed in here. Okay. Now you could use this to store something, but I don't use it for anything. Also, I'm gonna show you right here, you have a USB hub for 4 ports, but you see 2 are already occupied. That's going into the back of this, right? And these 2 right here, you can use them, but once I put these nails back in here, I don't plan on opening this back up for anything. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. So let's go ahead and close that. And what I'm going to do now is power this thing up. Okay, so the Megacade is now powered on. It's going through a series of load screens. After that, you will be greeted with a video. Now, the videos that pop up, they all are random. I have yet to see the same video twice. Now, you can sit here and watch this video if you would like. They're usually pretty short, or you can just skip them by pressing any of the buttons or moving the joysticks in any direction. So just a little gameplay. I don't want to see that. Let's hop into what's really good in this arcade machine, and that's going to be the games. So real quick before I get started, I told you guys before that the auxiliary port, you can plug anything up into there and play music. So let me go ahead and demonstrate that. Got my iPod Touch plugged in, and I got some music playing. So if you want to listen to some music while you're gaming, you can do so. All right. So I just want to show you guys that real quick. Take that out. Okay. So we are in the Arcade Classics 4-player MAME for all. So let's go ahead and hit the play on start button and go inside there. All the games in here are alphabetized. If any game you're looking for, you can just scroll down and find whatever it is you may want to play. But if you don't want to scroll like this, you can do a quick search. You can press and hold left or right on the joystick, and a letter will pop up. And let's just say if you want to play WWF Wrestlefest. So you just go to the W, press that, and now you're automatically in the W's. And let's find WWF Wrestlefest right there. And let's go ahead and start that game. Now, whenever you boot the games up, in the top right-hand corner, it tells you how many times you played the game, the last time you played it with the date and the time, the average time played, and the total time. There's just some cool stats for you. All right, so you see the winners don't do drugs. Let's go ahead and press the $ and add some credits to this thing. All right, so I added 20 credits to this. Virtual quarters. Now let's go ahead and start the game. So let's do Saturday night main event tag team match. Okay, that's player 1. Let's go ahead and boot up player 2, player 3, and player 4. Okay, so player 1 is going to be Hulk Hogan. Player 2 is going to be the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Player 3 is going to be Mr. Perfect, and player 4 is going to be the Ultimate Warrior. This game was and still is a classic. I mean, look at him walking down, headed to the ring. Got the audience over there cheering all crazy. Ultimate Warrior looking ultra buff. Got the player introduction right here. So let's go ahead and skip that. So you got your punch, you got your kick, press them both together, you can run like that. So player 1 controlling Hulk, player 3 controlling Mr. Perfect. Now, let's just say if you're thirsty, you got to use the bathroom, or you want to go get something to eat, you can pause this. Just press down player 1 start and down on the joystick, and you can pause the game. Run and do what you got to do. Come on back. It'll still be like that. All right. So you can pause and unpause the game. You can do that for all MAME games. Also, you can go to the player menu. So you press and hold player 1 start and press right on the analog, and this menu will pop up. Input general, input this machine. Now input general, any changes you make into input general, that is going to change all of the main game control. You don't want to do that. So player 1 start and player 2 start, you press that to go back, or you can just go down to return to previous menu. But if you want to go back, player 1 start, player 2 start, and it'll take you back. What you want to do, if you want to map the buttons differently on this game in particular, you go to input this machine, press start, and you can change however you want to. If you don't want to do any of that, just return to previous menu. All right. Some other cool things in here that you can see, you got some machine information. You can click on that. Okay. Also, you can go down to sliders. It has slider controls. So let's just say, if you probably can't tell right now, but this game does have scan lines in it. And if you want to add scan lines or take away scan lines, you can do that. So let's go to scan line amount. It's set at 0.50. Let's take it all the way up to 100 or 1.00, and you can see the scan lines getting greater in the background. All right. And it's all there. And let's see, player 1 start and player 2 start. You can back out of that, unpause it, and you can see it has a whole lot of scan lines. But if you don't want those, just pause the game. Player 1 start, press it to the right, go back to slider controls, and you can take away all of those scan lines or whatever it is you want to remove. You can do that at your heart's desire. So let's go back up to scan line amount, and let's change that back. Oops. And change that back to 0. So as you see, as these is going all the way down to 0, those scan lines are fading away. Okay, so I removed all of the scan lines. Let's back up out of here. We got some video options. You can change that if you would like. You see, you got cheats also. I'll show you that, but you can see that all the scan lines are definitely gone. All right. So, for the cheats, Hulk Hogan fighting Mr. Perfect. Let's go to the cheats, and let's see. Let's go to Infinite Energy, third character. So I'm gonna give player 3 Infinite Energy. Let's back up out of there, and let's return to this, and let's unpause the game. So let's beat up on this guy a little bit. Now, you see I'm beating on him, and no energy is being taken away from him. So let's go back to the cheats and turn that back off. And you can see now, as I start to beat on him, energy is being drained away. So all MAME games, most of them that I've played, they all have little cheats like that. Okay, so let's just say I'm playing a game and I want to back out of this and play another game. You can do that with no problem. But before I do that, if you're someone that don't really care for the bezel artwork, you can get rid of that also. All you have to do is press player 1 start and press up, and you will remove those borders and you can play just like that. Now, player 1 start, player 2 start, you press those, you can back out of there. Boom, and you can go play another game. Now, let's just say 2 days go by, a few minutes go by, and you want to come back and play Wrestlefest. I just backed out of it. I didn't reset it or anything like that. Whenever the game boots back up, it's going to pick you right back up where you left off. You see his energy is still drained. Now, let's just say if you want to start fresh, what you would have to do is reset the game. And the way you do that is hold left on the joystick and then press player 1 start, and you reset the game. So if you ever were to leave back out, whenever you come back in, you start fresh. All right. So let's show you some, I'm gonna try to be as quick and brief as I possibly can because it is literally impossible to show you 65, 70,000 plus games in like a 20-minute video. So let's go to some other cool games inside here. Let's see, one of my other favorite games that I would like to play or show you guys. That would be Sunset Riders. Sunset Riders is one of my all-time favorite games. I have it on SNES, and this is another game you can come and play with 4 people. It's loaded up. And everything I showed you with Wrestlefest, you can do with this game. Let's go ahead and skip all of that. Add some quarters, and let's go at it. I personally do not mind having the artwork on the side. It definitely looks cool. Now, a lot of games that do play on here, some of them play full screen, some of them are like this, but I don't mind. All right. Get a little bit of quick loving. You can pause that, and let's go ahead and back out of that game. All right. One more game in here I want to show you. Let's see, do they have it? I'm looking for, let's see. Let's go to the R's. I don't think it's in here. But I was looking for a Konami basketball game. Another thing I want to tell you guys about too, let's just say X-Men. So if you want to look at your, you can add games to favorites. So you press down on player 3's joystick and you can view favorite games or add games to your favorite. So now that I'm hovered over X-Men, if I want to add that to my favorite, I just hover over this and select Add to Favorite. And then when I go view my favorites, you'll see X-Men, WrestleMania, and those games that I have added up in there. All right. So let's go ahead and back up out of here. Go into Arcade Classics. And guys, this is just basically more of the same, just a whole lot of different games that you can play. Let's see. I think the game that I was looking for might be in here. Run and gun. Let's see. Like I said, I'm gonna try to breeze through this as fast as I possibly can because there's so many games that I need to show you guys, and I don't want to make a 2-hour-long video trying to show you all these games. So here's a game made by Konami, Run and Gun, one of my favorite basketball games to play. I wish Konami was making basketball games to this day because this game right here is pretty dope and I absolutely love it. All right, so let's go ahead and boot this up real fast. So it's now loading up. Like I said before, players 1 through 4, this is an 8-way joysticks and this right here is a 4-way joystick. I'll show you what games you can play with that. Let's go ahead and start that up. Just so you guys can see the emulation and how good it looks and how well it plays. So we're gonna play with Portland. Home court. Looks beautiful. I'll take a couple of shots and then I'll move on to the next game. Oh, I missed the tip. Come on up under here, boy. Got him off his feet. Oh, got blocked. Oh my gosh. Playing like a noob right now. He about to, let me get that. Let me get that rebound. Pass that. Got with the pump fake. Oh my gosh. Let me just score one bucket, then I'm Audi 5,000. Oh, that was a nasty alley. Let me see if I can score back on this guy. That's going to be it. Didn't fall for that. That's money, baby. That is money. No need to replay that. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Same thing applies with this game. You can pause it. And let's move on, because I got a lot of games to show you guys. So let's go to the M's, because I want to show you guys some gameplay real quick with the 4-way joystick. It's for classic games. Classic games like Frogger, Donkey Kong. So let's say if you want to go ahead and play a little bit of I'm looking for Miss Pac-Man. There it is. Boot Miss Pac-Man up. And you can play Pac-Man with these 8-way joysticks, but it just feels a lot better with the 4-way joystick. Alright? I'll show you that right here. So you can play it with the 8-way joystick. But I much rather prefer to play it with this one right here because it just feels so much better. And the same thing applies with this Pac-Man game. You can pause it, all right? And you can look, and the game also does have cheats. Okay, I didn't even know Pac-Man had cheats or Miss Pac-Man had cheats, but there it is, all right? So let's pause this, and let's reset it, and let's back out of this game. So let's show you guys some other stuff in here real quick. It has movies. So if you want to watch movies in here, it has, I don't know how many stock movies it has in here, but if you want to watch any movie, you can just come in here, boot it up, and have at it. So let's say if you want to watch, what was that, Resident Evil? Resident Evil. So if you want to watch Resident Evil, you come and watch that. If you want to fast forward, just tap forward on it like that, and you can fast forward, all right? If you want to pause it, press player 3, you can pause it. All right, you want to turn the volume up and down, button 5 and button 6. 5 turns it down, 6 turns it up. If you want to crop it and take it out of full screen, you hit button 7 and you can crop it. All right, let's take it back to the default. And if you want to check for subtitles, you hit button 8, but there are no subtitles for this.
I never thought my life would
There you go.
This way.
So let's go ahead and pause that and back out. Tons of movies on here. I don't even know how many movies are in here, like I said before, but there are a lot of movies you can choose from to watch. Whatever you want to watch. And the speakers, they sound really good when it's turned up loud too. All right, so let's back out of this. I think it has every season, I think up to season 26 of The Simpsons, Simply 80s, just a whole bunch of, a lot of commercials back from the 80s. Same thing with the vintage game commercials. A lot of commercials from back in the day. You got Super Nintendo, Super Mario 64. A lot of old school commercials. If you want to watch those, you can watch those as well. Let's keep it moving. Another cool thing, it has digital magazines. In these digital magazines, it has Nintendo Power and Retro Gamer. Now, I see that it has Game Fan and Sega Saturn and Tips and Tricks and Game Pro. The only two in here are Nintendo Power and Retro Gamer. Whatever one you want to watch, you just come to the book, press player 1 start, and that book will load up. And it's just a digital version of that book. I think it's pretty cool that you're able to come here and just look at a digital version of a Nintendo Power magazine. Look at this. This looks so ancient. Oh my gosh, when is the last time you've seen a phone like that? Nintendo still got the, I wonder if that number still works. I highly doubt it. September, October 1989 issue. Okay, so that's pretty cool based on your nostalgia. That was YouTube back in the day. All right, so let's back out of that and keep it moving. I gotta speed things up a little bit. So let's show you guys some more gameplay. Let me turn on these Xbox 360 controllers. Browse through some stuff real quick. I'll go to the consoles and show you those briefly. You got PS3, PS2, PlayStation 1. Let's go to PS2 real quick. So you come to PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 games, you have to play them with the Xbox 360 controllers. You cannot play them with the joystick and buttons. So the same thing applies if all the games are in alphabetical order. You can scroll looking for whatever game you want to, or you can press and hold the button, the joystick to the left or the right, and you can search for whatever it is you're looking for. Let's go to the G. I think I was just in the G's. And let's see if we can find God of War. And there's God of War. Let's go ahead and press and boot that on up, just to show you guys how it looks, how it runs, how well the emulation is with on this Megacade. This thing is absolutely a beast. All right, let's go ahead and start up. We're going to start a new game. Hero difficulty.
The Olympus have abandoned me.
And this looks really good, guys. So smooth. Don't do it, Kratos. Don't jump. I don't know if I can skip this or not.
Now there is no hope.
And Kratos cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece.
Don't do it, boy. Too late.
After 10 years of suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares, it would finally come to an end.
All right.
Death would be his escape from madness.
All right, I'm gonna whip up on a few guys real quick, and then I'm going to move on
Kratos
to the next
had once
game.
been the champion of the gods.
So playing with the 360 controller, who would have ever thought? Y'all come on and get this work real quick. So you see it's running really smooth. All right. Come here, boy. Want to pause the game? You just press that to pause. Back button. All right. So yeah, it works. It looks good. It runs well. Let's back up out of here. Let's go back to quit game. Yes. And let's just back up out of here. Boom, yeah. So that was God of War. And you can play any PlayStation game in here. All the Grand Theft Autos, Grandia 2, whatever you want to play, it's in here. All right. Let's move right along. You got PS1, Sonic, Neo Geo Pocket. Let's go to Neo Geo. I know a lot of people love Neo Geo. To this day, I don't know anybody who owns an original Neo Geo. They cost $500 back in the day, and I think they cost $500-600 in 2020. So you come here and the same thing like all the other games, guys. It's one of my favorite games, Street Slam. We used to go to Pizza Hut and play this and Samurai Shodown all the time. Speaking of Samurai Shodown, hold up. All the King of Fighters, 94, 95, Terry Bogard, all of the King of Fighters, they're all here, guys. But I want to check out Samurai Shodown. Because, you know, this is what we played in the arcade. So let's go ahead and boot up some Samurai Shodown on the Neo Geo or Samurai Spirits. And you know, I told you before, you can remove the borders if you don't like them. Let's skip all of that. And there are multiple versions of Samurai Shodown in here. This is just the Neo Geo version, but they have the arcade version in here as well. That is actual full screen. Some of them are like this with borders on the outside, but nevertheless, it's still cool to have multiple versions of Samurai Shodown in here. Let me see if I can. Oh, miss. Got him. Oh. Getting handed. Got him. He ain't gonna fall for that. Come on, boy. Got him. So the same thing for this if you want to pause it. Oh, what did I do? I paused the game. Okay, so you can pause the game, hit play on start, you can back out. I actually made the borders disappear off of that. But yeah, any game that you can think of on the Neo Geo, it is here, guys. Sega Saturn. I click on Sega Saturn, just breeze through the games real quick. All the games in here that you can think of, it's here, guys. Every time you hover over a game, the box art comes up, little gameplay scrolls up on the side. It's pretty cool to see. All right. Space Hulk. You want to play that? There it is. Street Fighter the movie. You want to play that? There you go. All right, let's back up out of there. All right. You got the Mega Drive Japan, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis. Sega Genesis, you play that with the joystick. You do not play it with the wireless controller. So let's just say you want to play NBA Jam. You can move NBA Jam up. And for the Sega Genesis, this right here is only 3 buttons. So you got A, B, and C. All right, so I'm just gonna boot this up, take a shot, and then we're gonna keep it moving. But it's cool to see these games emulated in this machine. Now, as far as the borders being on the left and right side, I do not know how to remove those from like SNES or Genesis, but it doesn't really bother me. I mean, this is a 50-inch screen, so the play screen that you do have right here is more than enough. All right, so let's go ahead and boot this up. I really wish they would make some sort of all right, head-to-head, NBA Jam, old school teams. Let's go to Charlotte Hornets. All right, LJ and Alonzo Mourning. Go ahead and skip all that. Let me take a shot real quick, guys. I missed the tip. Go ahead and shoot that so I can block it. Oh. Let me hold that, boy. Oh, he laid it up. I just want to get one dunk. Let me see if I can dunk on the next possession. Come on, shoot it, boy, shoot it. Let me hold that. Pass it back. There we go. Oh, I got rejected. All right, so you can pause the game and let's back out of that. Just want to show you real quick some Sega Genesis gameplay. The same thing applies for the SNES. Oh, go to Dreamcast real quick. You can play the Dreamcast, but you play that with the, if I'm not mistaken, you play that with the joystick. I mean, the analog controller. So let's say, Resident Evil 2. Ready to Rumble Boxing. Let's check that out. Ready to Rumble Boxing. So you try to move the arcade stick, nothing happens. But, so let's go to arcade mode. We'll put it on one player. Oh my gosh. 20 years ago, guys. Let's go to Butcher Brown. I used to be knocking heads off with him. Knocking heads off. Classic. Come on, man. This is so. Look at these graphics. It looks so good, so clear. Okay, let's skip all of that. Let's get into some gameplay. Oh. Been a while since I played this. Hit him with that jab, boy. Let me block a little bit. How do I activate my? Ooh, almost not. Oh, he's down for the count. I'm trying to remember how I get the rumble. Ooh. Oh, there it is, the triggers. Knock him out. Oh, I didn't take advantage of it. Ooh, he's gone. He's done. That boy can't even see straight. So yeah, this is Ready to Rumble on the Dreamcast. You play everything with the controller. You go to Quick Game. And you guys already know how to back out. So yeah, access to all the Dreamcast games. Let me keep it moving because there's so many games to show you guys. Sega CD, got the Philips. That was one of the best Zeldas and Marios right there ever made. Psych. It has Wii Light Gun Games in here. Has a ton of them. A whole lot of them, all right? Let's back out of that. Wii Rare Games. Come here, and you have a plethora of those. Same thing applies. You press and hold the joystick to the left or the right, and you can go look for whatever game it is that you want. All right. All right, so let's back out of that because I'm trying to not make such a long video. Wii U. You got Wii U games you can play in here too. Let's go to Super Mario 3D World. I'll show you guys that real quick. Super Mario 3D World, playing with Xbox 360 controller. 2 players can play it as well. Actually, up to 4 players can play it. I have 2 other additional Xbox 360 controllers that I can sync to this Megacade, and we can just come in here and have a blast with 4 people. So, all right, so let's go ahead and boot this up. Player 2 controller is now on. So let's go here. Player 1 join. I'll select Mario. Player 2, I'll join. Press that for Luigi. All right, let's go. So you can run around. Let's go back into the level right here. Not gonna stay on this long at all, guys. Just want to show you, brief enough to show you how well it looks when it plays, and we're gonna keep it moving. All right, so I'm moving Mario around. Player 2 is right here with Luigi. I can't play both at the same time, but I'll put Luigi in the bubble so he can follow me around. All right. Playing with the 360 controller. All right, let's pause this. Let's get back out of this. All right, come out of that bubble. All right, so let's back out of that. So Mario 3D World, you have Mario Maker, Donkey Kong Country, Zelda, Wind Waker, Splatoon. Back up out of there. You got Wii games as well. And I think like every Wii game ever made is in this joker now. Like I don't know the accurate count of the Wii's library, but there are a lot of games in here. All right, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. You get it. So let's go ahead and back out of there. Okay, you want to play some Virtual Boy? You can have at it. Super Famicom, Game Boy, Pokemon Mini, the Gamecube. Gamecube is in here as well, guys. So whatever you want to play inside the Gamecube, you can have at it. So let's just say if you want to play Def Jam Fight for New York, go to the D's and you search Def Jam Fight for Vendetta, Def Jam Fight for New York. You can go in there and have a good time, kick some butt, and relive those early 2000s. Let's back up out of there. We got Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, regular Game Boy, and a lot of other stuff in here that I have never heard of before. N64, TurboGrafx 16. The N64 works really good on here too. Let's see. Show you that real quick and then I'm gonna move on. Let's go to the M's and let's say Mario Kart 64. Let's go ahead and boot that up. All right, so let's see. Now loading, extraction complete. The game is ready. Looks so clear. So clear and clean and crisp. So you press the start button. And you're playing Mario 64. One player game. 100 cc's.
Select your player.
Let's see.
Let's go.
This one is synced to it.
Select man.
Mushroom Cup. Okay. I don't know how this controller got synced to it versus that one. And as you can see, Mario is working just fine. Drift game is garbage right now. There it is, Mario Kart 64 with the Xbox controllers. Let's pause this real quick. Shrink everybody in the game. Oh, I messed that drift up. Alright, so let's pause the game. Let's quit that. And back up out of there. More games to show you guys. Game over, yes. Alright, so let's move on to maybe some trackball games. Then I'll show you some light gun games, and then I will wrap this video up. Jaguar, Atari. Let's see. Got a lot of newer games in here as well. Let's see. Deadpool, Goat Simulator, Batman. These are the PC versions. They look really good. You play those with the controllers. NBA 2K Playgrounds 2, 2K20, 2K19, Madden 20, Madden 19. You can play those. Let's see. Let's go to see if I can find some pinball games real quick, or fighting games in Mugen. There's so much in here, guys. Like, you'll be here all day going through this list. Overcooked 2, Double Dragon 4. Okay, we're getting close. Also, you can play Cuphead in here as well. Let's see. Trying to find the Mugen. Okay, you got Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. What else we got up in here? Fighting X Layer, Soul Calibur 6, Dead or Alive 5 and 6, King of Fighters. Let's see, I'm getting close. Killer Instinct, Injustice, Tekken Street Fighters. There's the Neo Geo. If you want to play some Neo Geo, guys, the entire library is in here. Select whatever game you want to play. Have at it all night long. All right, let's back out of that because that is not what I was quite looking for. Let's see. Since we are close to the pinball, I'll show you guys some pinball games real quick. So let's go to Pinball Arcade. Let's go to Arabian Nights. So I'm gonna shoot a couple balls and then I'll move on, show you some light gun games. I'm trying to find the Mugen fighting games, and then we'll close out the video. Pull that back like that. Buttons 1 and 3 control the flippers on the side, if that's what you call them. But this is a lot of fun.
The Cyclops.
Head to the old.
I could be here all day playing this alone. Alright. I'm just gonna go ahead and let that run out because I got a lot more to show you guys. But this is a lot of fun. Believe me when I tell you. Alright. So let's back up out of that. Look at that. Fighting Rage. This game is so dope. I love this game. Let's see. There it is. If you guys are into that, Mugen, you can boot this up, and there are all kind of fighting games in here. You got Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat, Dragon Ball versus SNK. If you can probably think of it, it's in here. All right, let's go to the end. Let's see what we got. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Mega Man, Mortal Kombat Anthology. There's that Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat. Look at Ryu getting beat down. So yeah, there are a lot of games in here, and there are like, I haven't scratched the surface when it comes to playing all of these different types of games in here. Star Wars, Street Fighter versus the King of Fighters. That's pretty dope. And also, let's hit these gun games. So, because these gun games are really fun. So, let's see. I'm gonna have to back the camera up to show you guys how these gun games work. Let's go to one of my favorite games that I like playing is the Police Trainer. So we are now in the Police Academy Trainer game. Let's go ahead and put some coins in. Press start.
Welcome to the Academy.
Now let's see how good my aim is, guys. This is about 5 feet right here. It's where I need to be. Let's go with speed. All right, objectives, shoot the patterns. Okay. Oh, shot the wrong one. Oh. I failed. I'm gonna have to run that one back. Let's go with the visual. See how good my visual is. Hit the matching target. That's pretty easy. Oh, miss. I passed that. I want to get another look at the speed training. I could have passed that, but the light guns, they work pretty good, pretty accurate. Oh! God, dog it. Did I pass? Yes, okay, I passed that. I'll run one more game. All right, let's run that back. Let's see if I can do better. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. There we go. Oh. I was going to get one of y'all. Ah, come on, hit him, bruh. I gotta kill these next two. I got it. There we go. Oh, I had him, bruh. I thought I had him. All right, guys. So that is pretty much going to be it for the video. Very difficult to showcase 60, 70,000 plus games in a 30, 40 minute video, but I will let you guys know that I am a very happy customer. My wife and I were both pleased with this machine. It came out just the way we like, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Now, when you go to their website, you can see the starting price for one of these machines, and you don't have to go with a Megacade. You can just get, I forgot the one that's just the joystick panel and the stand. You can get that one as well. The prices will vary depending on what you get for your machine. We didn't have to get the Xbox 360 wireless controllers, nor we didn't have to get the lit buttons and the lit joysticks. All of those cost different amounts, and depending on what you get for your machine, you can just go with the plain buttons. But we wanted the ones that light up because it just looks really cool. So, and you can get even the flight joystick, but we didn't want that, and we didn't have to get the light guns, but we couldn't get this big of an arcade and not have the light guns. We have a blast with that. So guys, yeah, leave your thoughts and comments down below. I will be down there to answer any questions you might have. Like I said, it's very difficult to showcase all of the games that is in this machine. Maybe I'll do another video showcasing a lot more, or any specific requests that anybody might have. I'll show off some more stuff, but it's just really difficult to showcase this in a video that's not going to be like 5 hours long. But yeah, if you have any issues, you can text the owner, David Lewis. He will text you back. Every time that I've had him, like if I had a problem or didn't understand something, I reached out to him via text. He responded back to me very quickly and took care of me and made me a very, very satisfied customer. I'm already satisfied with the build itself, but the customer service, I can say that it is grade A. It doesn't matter. I text him and he will respond to me in a timely manner. And I definitely appreciate the customer service that they provide. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. My thoughts and overview. I'm happy. If you're in the market for getting one of these, don't hesitate. Go ahead and pull the trigger. There are a lot of other companies out there that build arcades, but I love the fact that I was able to, get the trackball and the light guns. And also, if in the future, whenever they add more games to their arcade, I'm about to say arcade one up, to their Megacade units, you can send your hard drive in, they can update it and send it back to you. So yeah, I just love everything that this company has done thus far, and I'm a happy customer. And if you shop with them, I don't think that you will be disappointed as well. The only thing that kind of sucked is whenever I placed my order for this, we ordered this back in, like I said, let's see, June or July of 2019. So it was like a 6-month wait. Other than that, everything else about this machine, totally happy with, totally satisfied. And yeah, I'm about to go ahead and play some more. So anyways, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Sorry if I made it too long, but I just wanted to try to go through as much as I possibly could. Anyways, I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, if you love this HQ Megacade, show some love and give this video a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.